the flag dropped at kilometre 0 then, and the race headed north on long flat roads, a strong crosswind made for a very active beginning to the race. Eventually, a 9-rider group drew clear, featuring the breakaway specialist Dries de Bont once again trying to hunt out a breakaway that would make it to the line, as he did a couple of years ago in Treviso in Veneto on familiar roads. The group then picked up a tailwind as they approached the first climb of the day, and Mattia Bais of Polti Visit Malta went over the first climb in first place, but the bunch were keeping the breakaway on a very tight rein indeed. Through the first sprint then, Mattia Bais outsprinted Dries de Bont for the cash prize, right at the front of the race and behind. They went through the kilometre 19:26, sponsored by Made in Italy, and then Dries de Bont managed to get the better of Filippo Maglia at the second and final intermediate sprint of the day. After that, the time gap started to come down as they approached the second categorised climb of the day, the San Giovanni in Monte climb. And Dries de Bont attacked the breakaway group, which started to fall apart. Ineos Grenadiers then, with Egan Bernal putting pressure on the GC group, and riders attacking one another at the front of the race as they neared the top of the climb. Still Ineos Grenadiers setting the pace behind and briefly splitting the peloton into bits. Juan Ayuso and losing position briefly, although that would come back together again. Christian Scaroni then of Astana bridged across to him, and those two riders went over the top of San Giovanni in Monte together, Scaroni taking the maximum 3 points at the top of the Cat 4 climb. And Pello Bilbao, with Bahrain victorious, set the pace on the descent to keep Antonio Tiberi safe. They moved to within 5 seconds of the lead duo, who nearly gave up, but then the peloton eased up, and the two riders went to the first ascent of Monte Berico together, Scaroni then briefly dropping Lorenzo Germani on the spectacular setting of the final climb and out onto the circuit. Onto the descent then, Germani and Scaroni still with an advantage as they headed for the Red Bull kilometre. Scaroni then dropping Germani, who was swept up, and there was a battle for the minor placings. Scaroni over the Red Bull kilometre in first place, Ayuso in second, and Isaac del Toro, both of those riders picking up time bonuses. Then there was a counter-attack over the top from Roman Bardet and Matthias Vacek that was only caught in the final kilometre as they hit the final slopes.
It's Pedersen who goes first. Pedersen powering for the line. Del Toro trying to react to that power. Van Aert on the wheel of Pedersen. It's going to be between Van Aert and Pedersen. 150 metres to go. Van Aert locked onto the wheel of Pedersen. Can Van Aert come round him? The steep slopes remain, but Pedersen has the power to hold him off. Van Aert with one final lunge. Pedersen. It's going to be victory number 4. Van Aert in second place, and Isaac Del Toro beaten into third with a time bonus.